we have here is a rumor. This is a rumor, by the way, about the new Spawn movie. About some story details that reveal that it's actually going to be a grounded crime thriller, which is really interesting to me. Because going back to the original Spawn film from 1997 and even the Spawn animated movies on HBO back in the day, none of those were really super grounded. Now, the Spawn animated show was amazing, and I actually kind of like the Spawn movie. Had a good soundtrack, right? Who doesn't love Sneaker Pimps? Six Underground. I'm just saying. Just saying. That was kind of my jam. That was my jam during the summer in 97. But that, anyway. So what we got here is this rumor is not coming from the studio, Todd McFarlane, or anyone involved in the production at Blumhouse or anything else. So it said here, and this is again the rumor, that Spawn will center on Twitch Williams, a character from the comic series who's an NYPD detective that loses his daughter in a gang violence incident. Twitch enlists his ex-partner Danny to help exact his revenge on the criminal organizations of New York City. However, he soon realizes that he's in over his head as two major criminal organizations are banding together to take over the seedy criminal underworld. Now, that does sound very much like a Spawn type comic storyline, doesn't it? Now, Spawn apparently factors in, according to this report at least, because Twitch is visited by Al Simmons, the man who becomes Spawn, who has knowledge of his daughter's death. But then Al reveals himself to be the character we know, a messenger sent directly from hell to help Twitch exact justice on those who executed these crimes. For the most part, it's a straightforward, gritty crime drama. It just so happens to have a justice-seeking Spectre aiding a cop on his quest for justice. Now, it's not what you would really expect from this type of movie. Now, we know that Todd McFarlane wrote it and he's directing it, so obviously the creator of the comic is going to have a better fundamental understanding of what goes into this. He's making this more comic accurate. It's going for a hard R. It was already supposed to be made at this point, but it's not even going to go into production until June of next year. But at least he's teamed up with Blumhouse as a way to really I see it come through. Blumhouse, I think, has a tendency of hitting these things, putting them together in the right way. Right, unless you're Five Nights at Freddy's, which is now currently on delay, which I forgot to talk about that this week. But anyway, it says here that this is largely what we've heard about the project previously. Todd McFarlane, who wrote the script and will direct, said it's not an origin story and that Spawn himself won't say a word. But Jamie Foxx is playing Spawn, and Jamie Foxx can't go into a movie without saying a word. All right. Remember, like, he played a character named Motherfucker Jones in 2 movies. So it's kind of like, but unless he's playing the Al Simmons character, like he's playing that, and Spawn, when we see him, doesn't actually say anything. But it says here, Jamie Foxx is signed on to play Al Simmons, and it sounds like the workaround of actually having Al appear may be why Fox felt the role was meaty enough to sign on for. And Jeremy Renner has signed on to play the role of Twitch. And there's no indication of who will play Danny. And that, I mean, look, if it's going to be more like Al instructing them, Jamie Foxx instructing them versus Spawn, I get it. They're probably doing that maybe to keep the budget down, right? And maybe Todd McFarlane really wrote up the character pretty well. At this point, as stupid as it sounds, I'm really hoping for a John Leguizamo and Michael Jai White cameo in the movie, just as a nod to the original 21 years ago. Although that might take away from the gritty, grounded crime drama that this movie is looking to be. And like, here's the thing: I want to see it. I want to see what they're going to do with it. As far as superhero stories go, Spawn is a dark one. It's a dark and it's a dreary one, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to check out. But just whenever it happens, we just don't know.